What's going on, y'all? The movie reviewer here, and I'm back to give y'all this movie review of Tales from the Hood. Now, this is the collector's edition. Check it out. I got this from the store. This is the real deal. This is the Blu-Ray and all that good stuff. This originally came out in 1995, and this movie was directed by Rusty Cundieff. I believe that's how his name is pronounced. If it's not, then I apologize. They just came out with this Blu-ray not too long. You know, it didn't make a lot in the box office, but now it's considered a cult classic, cult following, I should say, as well. Alright, now if y'all are not too familiar with this movie, then I would say that you're missing out, because this is probably one of my favorite movies coming up, you know, and I really enjoyed it. I'm not going to really say too much spoilers. I say some spoilers, but I'm not going to really ruin the movie for you. Alright, so if you're not familiar with this film, then I'll let you in on a little something, but again, like I said, I'm not going to give any spoilers out. Alright? So here it goes. The movie starts off with these guys here, and they're entering the funeral home. He is the mortician. Alright? That's Clarence Williams III. You got Samuel Monroe. You got DeAndre Barnes. You got Joe Torry. I believe that's his name. So these guys, they entering in this funeral home, but they wanted to confront him on where to get the drugs, because they was trying to get some drugs to sell and things of that sort. Now, before they went all in there, before they went down to brass tacks, this guy here, the mortician, decides to give them 4 stories of these dead people that he was introducing them to in the situation that happens. You know, the first situation was a rogue cop revelation. That's the name of it. It's a bunch of dirty cops, corrupted cops, and things of that sort that winds up doing some things to a certain person. I'm not going to give out who did what to who. That's the first part of the story. The second part of the story is Boys Get Bruised. And it's about this kid. He's going to school and he's getting abused by what he called the monster. Alright? And he tries to tell the teacher, and the director is in this scene. The director, you know, his name is Garvey. The kid tried to tell him about the monster, but no one believes him. Alright? That's the second part of that film. The third part is about an ex-Ku Klux Klan member who's running for governor or mayor or something like that. But the thing is, he's living in this house where slaves originally. You know, he's in a house where slavery occurred. And he's being warned to go away from the house before some bad things happen to him. And then the fourth scene, and this is my favorite one. This is the one when they're in the gang madness and stuff like that. The guy named Lamont Bentley, may he rest in peace, he plays this dude named Crazy K. And this dude was known for just killing people for no reason. Like, he just straight didn't give a F. And then it gets deeper into that story. Now, all the things that I tell you, I'm not giving y'all the whole details of it. If you want to see what's going on, you have to watch this film. Alright? Now, I don't think a lot of people really knew about this film when it came out. But I'll tell you one thing. This is probably one of my favorite movies around that time. If not one of my favorite films that I ever watched. The plot was well put out. It had me in suspense. You know, it comes to a point like you never thought that this would have happened in this film. All right, it was well thought out. I thought the acting was really good. They got a bunch of actors on here, but they play such a good part for each story. This is one of those films that you got to get. You know, the Blu-ray collector's edition, it has other things like the audio commentary of the director, and it got the making of Tales from the Hood and how they came about it, and stuff like that. If you look on the back of this case, that's what it has. They got the making, they got the interviews, you know, the audio commentary, all these guys that was on this film. They didn't have it on the original DVD. And I remember I had this DVD years ago, and I let someone borrow it, and the rest is history. You know, I didn't think at this point that this movie would have had a lot of value to it. So you can get it online. And let me tell you something, man. When this thing came out, I tried to hurry up, go down to the store and get it, but people was like, man, they already bought it, man. It was already sold out. Talking about ticked off I was. If you have not seen this movie before, if you're into horror films, this is definitely a must for y'all to have. Like, real talk, this is one of my favorite horror movies. Shout out to Rusty Cundieff for coming out with a great film and things of that sort. Alright? Shout out to all the actresses and all the actors. Alright? Much love to the real folks, and I'll be on here back with another review. Alright? Peace out.